Lone Star Defense 6 came out in June of 2018. Since the release, there's been 11 new heroes and 4 new towers. These new characters, for the most part, have been pretty great additions. Most additions are pretty much just re-adding towers from older BTD games, and heroes that do basic buffs or DPS roles, or even a little bit of both. But 3 recent additions stick out because they, in my eyes at least, perpetuate the common problem known as feature creep.
Part 1. That guy.
Geraldo is a hero that you've probably heard plenty about by now. He has a large shop of frequently upgraded items that can give a wide variety of buffs, set up mini crossbows, set up traps, and even upgrade paragons. This dwarfs the utility of pretty much every other hero before it and gives buffs that can actually effectively replace the buffs from other heroes. While Geraldo was certainly a neat addition to the game, this is when the aforementioned feature creep began, IMO. Feature creep, in case you didn't know, is when the new additions to a project get increasingly more complex the longer they go, often diminishing the quality of the original project. And while I wouldn't say Geraldo necessarily lowered the quality of the game, he certainly invalidates other heroes and some tower weaknesses either partly or completely. That is all to say that he has way more worth for their price than any other hero, and has support options that can replace other towers too. Now, while this sounds pretty dramatic, Geraldo is thankfully the biggest culprit of feature creep, but Beast Handler and Corvus are another 2 additions that also creep, but for a different reason.
Part 2. These guys.
Beast Handler and Corvus don't exactly overstep other additions IMO, but what their problem is that they are way more demanding than your average tower or hero. Beast Handler basically demands most of your per-round income to be used on it, and Corvus is incredibly micro-heavy when used effectively, which is to say they're basically both towers that are kind of selfish in design, basically requiring your full attention when they're being used. This is especially problematic for the Beast Handler for me, because the Beast Handler just doesn't really fit into many strategies because of its high demand for investments in the form of merges, while most tier 4 or tier 5 towers only require 1 purchase and then it's pretty much done. Which, again, this is not a bad thing on its own, but my issue is that if this becomes more of a norm, most new additions might just start to feel like it's too much. Now, with that said, this feature creep that I bring up is admittedly not too bad. This is only really relevant to like 3 towers that at the moment don't really have a massive impact on gameplay, but I can't really help but to be at least a little concerned about the health of a game that I personally, well, enjoy quite a lot, and also quite respected the company behind said game. That said, I won't worry about it too much right now, because I believe in NK's ability to make the right choice when designing their games. This video is more so just a personal gripe rather than an actual concern about the game's direction, assuming that they go back to similar concepts down the road. That being said, if you want to agree, disagree, or just, I don't know, post your favorite fun fact, just do that in the comments. Take a look at my other social media links in the description, and I am done. I'm going to bed.